Hi, welcome to the USU Soccer Show. I'm your host, Hillary Kennedy. It's definitely summer, and that means the USU Soccer National Championship Series is underway. In fact, later this month, the National Championships will be taking place in Germantown, Maryland. The championships are where the top talent in the country come together to see who will be crowned the national champion. You can get the latest updates from our website, championships.ususoccer.org. Now, coming up, we're going to get a preview of the national championships, hear from USU soccer alum Sydney Leroux, learn about a defending national championship team preparing for a new battle in a different way, and much more. Nearly 10,000 teams started the National Championship Series journey this year, and now the field is narrowed to 96 of the most elite teams in the country. The National Championships are the crown jewel of youth soccer, and in the next few weeks, the 2014 champions' names will be etched in history. Make sure to check out championships.ususoccer.org, where we'll have daily stories, photos, and videos from each day of the national championships. If you can't wait until the end of the day, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, where there will be constant updates. And speaking of those making history, we recently got a chance to sit down with women's national team standout and former USU soccer alum Sydney Leroux and hear about her memories of playing youth soccer.
I first fell in love with the game of soccer pretty much as soon as I could walk. I always had a ball at my feet. I was always kicking the ball against my couch or against, the garage. And my mom actually never said anything. It was just kind of like the noise of our house, the constant banging of the soccer ball against specific furniture. So I've loved the game forever. My favorite younger kind of days with youth soccer was probably in high school when I played for Serena when we won state cup. Yeah. Soccer has helped me develop as a person, learning how to work with people who, don't necessarily have your same views. Some people play soccer much differently than I do, and just to come together as a team. I think that really helps in life. The coolest experience that soccer has awarded me would probably have to be winning the Olympic gold medal in London in 2012. I was the youngest on the team, and it was a really cool kind of feat for me because I was the only different player to come on from the previous year from the World Cup. So, I worked really hard, and to get there and to be standing on the podium and have that gold medal wrapped around your neck was so special. The coolest experience that soccer has awarded me off the field would have to be the people that I've met. All types of different people, different athletes from different sports. It's really brought me, a lot of happiness. I'm happy I get to do something that I love, as a job, which isn't really a job, but it is. It's my career, and I think that's probably the best thing that soccer has given me. Happy 40th anniversary, U.S. Youth Soccer.
Sydney recently teamed up with our friends at Nestle to give a few training and recovery tips, so let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Sydney Leroux, a member of the U.S. Women's National Soccer Team. After I play a long soccer game, I know it's important to do everything I can do to help my body recover. I like to follow a post-game routine that helps me improve my overall level of fitness. First, a 5 to 10 minute jog mixed with shuffling, skipping, and backpedaling to keep my muscles loose. Then I start off by stretching my legs. Inside, outside, front, and back. My calves, and my back. Then I stand back up and do some pickup and reaches, and also some squat reaches. Stretching will not only help me become more flexible, but it helps reduce soreness, reduces the lactic acid buildup in my muscles, and promotes muscle growth. Finally, I know it is important to give my muscles and my body what it needs to refuel for my next workout. Research suggests that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice because it contains the right mix of carbs to protein that my body needs to refuel. Exactly what I need to play my best. Refuel with Nesquik after tough games and practices.
Another little soccer tournament that you may have heard about that's happening right now is the FIFA World Cup. From coast to coast, soccer fans have gathered to cheer on our team, and there's no denying that soccer is growing in the United States as we come together as one nation, one team.
Nothing's gonna stop. History is made! It's the international scoring record.
And the US have the lead after a picture-book move. And Landon Donovan makes it two. It's their scoreline again.
Keeper's out. That's empty. LaRue! US leads! 'Cause nothing's gonna stop.
Oh! It is a picture goal from the skipper.
It's on the break. Alex Morgan has broken through. Morgan! Molly Lord on her left. Sensational goal.
The United States are through to the World Cup.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now?
A team that knows what it means to make it to the top is the DMCV Sharks of Southern California. The reigning national champions re-qualified for the biggest stage in youth soccer back in March via the National League. And since then, the girls have been training not only physically, but mentally. Let's find out more about this new technique that could help them earn back-to-back titles.
This is a team that's defending the national championship, unique challenges to them. So the component of training themselves, we physically train ourselves, technically, tactically, but the mental component is such a huge aspect, and it's one thing we hadn't really touched upon. So I thought it was a perfect, really team component to come together to train. I could complete everything else like we've done, but I thought the one thing that we needed to hone in on was the mental aspect of the game. So I searched that, and Jim Madrid was the perfect partner.
Advanced sports technology is something that I thought was really important, played out with my own kids. But the confidence level of kids today is suffering because there's a lack of goals, there's a lack of direction, and there's a lack of accountability. And that's why we put AST's program together, and we're taking it out to the student athletes.
I believe it's really important to train mentally as well as physically for the competition ahead of us at Nationals, because a big part of soccer is the mental aspect of it. Obviously, when you're not on the ball, you need to be thinking what you're going to do, how you're going to keep going, and there's going to be a lot of outside factors that are going to affect us in Maryland as far as weather and things we can't control, but if mentally we're stable, then we're going to have an advantage over other teams that maybe aren't. So
I work with teams to help them, the Seattle Sounders, we help them to invent their season.
It's a challenge to definitely defend the national championship. A great blessing. I told the girls it's a wonderful thing, but the difference from last year, no one knew about us, so we can come in and just relax and play. The reality is, everyone knows about us. They're out there honing in. Probably their whole game is about taking down the national champions and getting pumped up for it. So for us, we had to understand that element, embrace that we're national champions. I didn't want them to fear that. Take it as a wonderful challenge and meet the expectation, but it's still at the same time play our game. So it's been unique, but it's been a great journey, I would say, and we've taken it as a journey.
The importance of mental toughness, especially in student athletes, is the confidence level today. So giving them the tools for them to build their confidence and stay, and not having somebody do that for them, that they can do this on their own. Learning how to take failure, learning how to learn from failure, learning how to see challenges as triumph. That's why our mental technology is probably world class.
I think at Nationals, Some things that are really important to focus on is just seeing the ultimate goal, always giving 105% on the field for that ultimate goal of getting the trophy and holding it like we did last year and celebrating the same way, because there's going to be times where we're going to want to give up, or times where we think we're tired, but we're going to be able to push through because we know that our goal and we know what we're out there to do.
I've approached this course that it isn't just about soccer. It's a life lessons, teaching them how they're going to succeed in the classroom, how they succeed in their personal careers, how they succeed as mothers, as wives, or whatever they're going to be doing in the future. It keeps them positive. Living life and living in a really positive way is so much more enjoyable. So the whole thing when we've been talking about it is that this is all about life lessons and applying these things to everything and everyday aspects of your life. And the biggest thing is that they're about to go into college and there's going to be unique challenges with that. How do you time manage being a student athlete at a very high level? So I think all these skill sets are going to just help them to have an edge over anyone and everything that they're about to be thrown at them in life.
It's time now for a break. When we return, we'll catch up with Sam Snow for another tip when you're preparing to play college soccer, hear about a young man from Michigan making a difference where he can, and bring another club into focus whose U15 girls have already claimed their spot in the national championships later this month. All this and more when we return to the US Youth Soccer Show. Hi, and welcome back to the US Youth Soccer Show. Before we left, I told you that we'd hear about a team out of Missouri that already punched their tickets to nationals. Let's hear more about Futura Academy Forte.
Making contact, she turns. Our club was started about 20-some years ago, actually by a roommate of mine in college named Todd Logan. And he had been on me for years to coach with him, and about 8 years I joined the force, and it's consumed my life really since then, and I've been real pleased with the progress of the club. And it is a labor of love, but we love doing it, and are privileged to be able to do such work.
Line on your feet.
What I've learned from being a part of this team is that you have to have time and commitment, and it's not just a game for yourself. You have to think of others on the team and how much their effort is and how much they're putting in to win a game, and how much you need to equally meet them or go above them to win a game.
Maybe this guy says, yeah, so I can change.
I think this team is unique because we're all very close, and we've been together for a pretty long time, so it definitely shows on the field.
These girls have come together as a family. They've been through a lot of tough times, both on and off the field, and I require them to work, and they buy in, and they work so hard, and they work hard at having fun. They work hard at staying focused, and I think the fact that they work hard and have a degree of focus makes them unique.
My experiences with the National League, it gives you a taste of what high-level soccer is like, and it really pushes you to make you and your teammates better.
I'm very proud of these young ladies for being able to achieve nationals. To be able to do that is a very, very chosen few, and a lot of things come into place, luck being one of them. Every component of the competition was just so difficult to be able to accomplish and be able to conquer. These girls did fantastic, and very, very pleased and happy for them. My goal for this team as their coach is to not mess them up. Is to help them and to be a good role model as much as possible, to prepare them for the next level, to be their friend, and help them through the good times and the bad times, and just prepare them for a tough road ahead, not just in this game, but in life. Good workout. Hey, let these guys work, compete, have a good time doing it. Amen.
Summer can be a really good time to kick off your search for a college program that you think might fit your skills and personality best. Let's hear from former college coach and current USU Soccer Director of Coaching, Sam Snow, on what you should be focusing on this month.
School might be out for the summer, but you're organizing your college search shouldn't be on summer break too. Here's what you can do to keep yourself proactive. Cultivate a list of colleges which are a good fit for you academically and athletically. Decide what is most important to you as you review each one. Is the location, the climate, type of campus, programs of study? Is it a junior, public, or private college that appeals to you? Consider looking outside your own backyard and think about options that are out of town or even out of state. There are hundreds of colleges and universities across the United States. Many of them have exactly what you're looking for in a degree program and overall college experience. Take the time to thoroughly research all opportunities. You might be surprised at just how many choices you have to receive a great education in a place you've only dreamed about.
It's that time again. MLS superfan and star of the hit TV show 30 Rock, Judah Friedlander, is sharing some of the awesome and unusual stories of MLS history with our viewers. Let's sit back and enjoy a little MLS Storytime Theater.
Welcome to MLS Storytime Theater. I'm the world champion, Judah Friedlander. Today's story is called The Kid and the League That Needed Him. When it comes to hair, the world champion takes second place to no man or woman, or mammal for that matter. But there is one person on earth I'm willing to share first place with, Carlos Valderrama. Just hearing myself say the name Valderrama makes my follicles tingle. You can't see them under my hat, but trust me, they're tingling. Valderrama arrived in MLS in year 1, 1996, and unless FIFA lifts their stupid ban on me, Valderrama will remain the greatest player the league has ever seen. He came with the nickname El Pibe, which means the kid, and even though he was 34 years old, he played the game like little boys do in their wildest dreams. In a foot race, Valderrama probably would have lost to everyone else on the pitch, so he let the ball do the running for him. Valderrama seemed to know where the ball wanted to be before the ball knew itself. Some people said he had mind control sensors actually embedded in his hair. And they might be right. He set the MLS record for assists in a season with 26, a record so unbreakable that I will color my own hair yellow if someone equals it. In fact, I might just do that anyway. That's how much I love the guy. Is it a coincidence that 2 of the 3 highest goal-scoring seasons in MLS history, Roy Lassiter's 27 in '96 and Mamadou Diallo's 26 in 2000, came at Valderrama's side? No. Not a coincidence at all. Even Pelé, a guy who knows a thing or two about coming to America and doing well on the pitch, named Valderrama one of the greatest players of the 20th century. Next time you watch a game and the stands are packed and the supporters clubs are singing and chanting and going crazy and everyone is cheering together, I want you to remember that a lot of people said this would never happen here in the USA. The world champion knew it would happen, but a lot of other people said no way. And as much as any player could have, Carlos Valderrama made the dream real. International superstar, MLS MVP, MLS Supporters Shield winner, MLS all-time best 11 member, best hair in MLS history. Sorry, Alexi Lawless, Frankie Haydick, Kyle Beckerman, and Mike Petke, and the rest of you too. Quintuple winner, Carlos Valderrama. I'm the world champion, Judah Friedlander. Join me next time for MLS Storytime Theater.
We recently heard about a young man from Michigan Youth Soccer who decided that he could make a difference in the world. He teamed up with a nonprofit organization called I Like Giving that was created to inspire others to live a generous lifestyle. Let's find out more.
Several years back, we had the opportunity to go to Africa. And for the first time, we came face to face with kids raising kids because they had lost their parents to the disease. And we looked each other in the eyes and said, you know what, we can do something about this. And we started a nonprofit organization working with locals to address disease and poverty.
I went in the summer to Mozambique with my dad, and I was 10 years old. And I brought along my soccer ball because I know the kids in the villages love to play soccer. And in every village, I'd look down and see a bunch of plastic bags or rags wrapped up with twine. And before I'd get to the village, that's what the kids would be playing with.
In Africa, when you show up with a genuine soccer ball, it's a big deal. And Ethan's thinking, boy, here I've got this soccer ball, and I've got 4 other soccer balls in my garage, or 5 soccer balls, something like that. Maybe I should give it up. Maybe I should let these guys have this.
So when I left, I gave away the soccer ball, and the kids went wild, started cheering. It was crazy. After that, we went home to the United States, and kind of kept thinking about it, and that was awesome. So I talked to my dad and was like, Dad, I think I want to help out those kids some more and get some more soccer balls, some quality soccer balls.
We put together this little strategy because I wanted to make sure, as a dad, you want him to be intelligent in his conversation so that when he was communicating with folks, he knew what he was talking about.
My first call, I called up this one guy. He owns a soccer store. And I got on the phone with him and I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I was kind of nervous, and so I didn't really know what to say, but I got to the point where I'm like, so would you like to help out?
And the guy turned down flat. And I could just see Ethan's face because I was kind of off in the corner, and I could tell the guy was not going for it.
I hung up and I was like, man, this is gonna be harder than what I thought, to get some kids some soccer balls.
There are a lot of things we can do to help kids. We can come alongside and help them get an education. We can come alongside and get them water, fill in the blank. But there's something about a soccer ball. It can bridge ethnicities. It can give a kid who has a mom or dad on a deathbed some hope. Give him a coping mechanism. For my son, he loves the game, and I think it's really cool when you can take what you love doing and use it to make the world a better place.
I eventually started calling some other companies, such as Franklin and Wilson and Rowlings, and they're like, yeah, I'd love to help you out. It's an awesome feeling when people are like, yeah, I'd like to help get kids some soccer balls. So far, I think we've hand-delivered around 1,200 soccer balls. I'm going to South Africa soon, and I'm looking forward to hand-delivering some balls for the first time since the beginning.
We try our best to, in an authentic way, be people who are grateful and let our gratitude motivate us, whether it be going down the street and helping somebody work on their car, or going over to Africa and giving somebody clean water. If that's just sort of the vibe, the ebb and flow of our lives as a family, somehow, in an unexplainable way, it'll get transposed into our kids' lives.
I feel like generosity can totally change the way people think about other people and how they react to some difficult situations.
It's just part of what we do. It's just that's what we're created for. Recognizing the needs of others and just doing something about it. That's the deal. And when our kids engage in that, when we see Ethan doing that stuff, we go, yeah, that's the way we roll.
Well, that's our show for this month. Thanks again for watching. If you have a story you want to see on the show, send us an email at theshow@ususoccer.org. And good luck to all of the teams involved in the national championships. And don't forget, you can follow all the action, including live-streamed games, at championships.ususoccer.org. To watch this and previous shows, be sure to check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/USUsoccer. I'm Hillary Kennedy, and until next time, get out and get in the game.